and I am now here in the so-called mood spaces with award-winning designer Holly Becker, and I'm very much looking forward to having a chat with you. Holly, how are you today?
Hi, Yasmine. Nice to see you.
It's nice to see you as well. Thank you for having us. You actually curated the mood spaces, and this is a first for DOMOTEX. We've never had these mood spaces here. So maybe you can tell us a little bit about the mood spaces, and also how does it feel being back after 3 years?
Yeah, well, I'll answer that question first, because I think after being in a pandemic and 3 years later, going back to fairs, returning to all this activity and action is quite amazing. It's at first, it was when I walked in here, I thought, oh my God, this feels like yesterday, but it really was 3 years ago since I've been at a fair, and it's wonderful. It's nice to be able to meet with your colleagues and to see things up close and personal, to touch things, to just get this kind of feeling of what's happening, and yeah.
So the greatest highlight is probably the interaction with all the participants, with your colleagues, but at the same time, the mood spaces themselves are one of our highlights this year because we've never had those. So how did that come about? How did DOMOTEX actually get into the pleasure of having you here as curator? You do so much, you have so much on your plate. How did you even make time to be here today?
Yeah, well, this was a big project, as you can imagine, but it was a wonderful project in that I knew the outcome would be positive because it would bring rugs to life. It would show interior spaces with rugs incorporated to give people some inspiration. You know, after a long time of not being at fairs, you really want to give a bit of a kapow so people return to the fair and feel energized, and they go home and they feel creative, they feel inspired, and that's really what I'm all about through what I do here in my work. So I've chosen 4 other designers along with myself. So there's Mark Brown, there's Peter Ferrens and Sebastian Herkner, and Studio Bissot Marguerre. And all of them I know very well, I've worked with before, and they are award-winning designers here in Germany. They do beautiful work, and so we chose a theme for each of our spaces, and then we designed around that theme.
Lovely. So anyone who wants to make the most out of their visit here at DOMOTEX 2023 and really make use of that personal exchange, definitely come here and see us, visit us here, visit the designers at the Mood Spaces in Hall 2. And we really look forward to seeing a lot more of this. We're going to have a look around.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you, Holly.